What's good? It's Chigozie. It's Tuesday, June 12th, 2018. And by the end of this video, you're going to understand how the summit Donald Trump and Kim Jong-un participated in yesterday, Monday, June 11th, 2018, was nothing else than a theatrical stage performance put on by the federal government. If you want very clear evidence, just look at this picture. A very staged, planned out in advance. What does that mean? That means they're both employees of the federal government. Look at their flags. The pillars of Freemasonry, the red and blue pillars of Freemasonry are colored inside both of these flags. For all the retards who are like, oh, red, white, and blue, that's America's color. America, that's all their excuse when they see red, white, and blue. But all around the world it's red, white, and blue, and they don't get it. Even the bluish tint of Donald Trump's suit, not a coincidence. They are Freemasons flying their colors. So that's already evidence in itself. It happened on a date with 203 days remaining. 23. What have we been talking about the number 23? Korea equals 23. See? 23. In numerology, drop to 0. So everything North Korea does is a thelemic ritual. North Korea equals 125, 53 to reflection of 35. Thelema equals 28, 125, 35, 64. So the reflection of 64 is 46. On a date with 46, 28, 35 numerology, Thelema 64, 28, 35, they're putting on this propaganda with this Saturnian actor, Donald Trump, his wife, Melania. That's why Donald Trump is Saturn, the keeper of time. Thelema, the honor of the number 93. Saturn equals 93 in this English ordinal. What's Saturn's largest moon? Titan, 64. Saturn, 93. So you see that. Israel, 64. So, since Donald Trump is the Saturnian actor, Mr. 45, the sum of Saturn magic square, plus plenty more, his wife then is going to be paired with him. She's going to be Thelema. So Melania, 28, 44, 55. Thelema doesn't sum to 55, but 55 numerology, that summit happened. One more time. I didn't say this before, but North Korea equals 55 as well. They with 55 numerology. They're putting on that propaganda. You understand how, if you're new here, you can see how all these different methods of getting this deep numerology, they all reduce to 10. 8 plus 2 is 10. Well, the majority of the methods do. 5 plus 5 is 10. 4 plus 6 is 10. 1 plus 9 is 10. So, and 1 plus 0 is 1, so really I'll just reduce down to 1. Oh, and that reminds me then, all reducing down to 1, Trump's North Korean gamble ends with special bond with Kim. The world will see a major change. These things in quotes are quoted with gematria. So this happens on a day with the life lesson number and the main numerology summing down to 1. We say, oh, it's a major change, number 1, like such a very historic worldwide event put on by the federal government. Government equals 133. And it's what? Their special bond. Special bond 100. See, special bond 100, 46, 55, happening date with 46, 55 numerology, that special bond. You see this propaganda by the numbers. That is why these videos are simple to make. I haven't made a video in 10 days now, more than that probably. Almost 2 weeks. Not by choice like that, but you can see how, and I kind of like when I do that just because it shows, because some people who are really dumb, I'm not insulting you, I mean, some people are so stupid, they're like, oh, just go away for a bit and come back and see and see if your mind's different or something, because they don't understand how this is all fake news propaganda by the numbers. So I go and come back, and it's these same easy to see patterns from the federal government. Federal 51, branding the propaganda right there. Conspiracy 51. Think about Area 51. There's Section 39 in North Korea. Federal 3951. Conspiracy 51. So we see then how they put these numbers inside this propaganda. Kim equals 3315, the reflection of 51, Freemason 48. So we get 3351 again. Again, these are numbers for federal. So they flip them around now. Reflect the 15, but back in English ordinal. Reflect the 33, which is still 33, and put in reduction. Always these numerical dances inside this game. This is a game to the federal government. That's all why they have to put this propaganda on, to control your mind, make you believe in a bunch of bullshit nonsense by the numbers. You know, I'm just wondering, is there something symbolic about having 4 of the North Korea flags here? So that's 4 stars. 4 times 5 is 20, time 20. This is a time ritual. We have Saturn, Sun, Moon rituals. You know, Moon is from South Korea. He is the actor playing the role of the president. So I would like to talk more about this, but before this video gets any longer, I want to talk about some other pieces of propaganda right here. America's Got Talent winner dead, so he was ritualistically sacrificed by the federal government. This is what I mean when I say that. You know, even, and this guy could be born to be all that, I get it. But let's just assume that he wasn't. So it doesn't matter which way you look at it. He was put on, you know, put in our face. This gang got his numbers. His number was up. You know, we all have birth numerology. Guys, I have death numbers in my birth numerology. I was born today with a life lesson number 43, killing 43. I mean, this gang can murder me by the code and use my birth numerology to sync it all up. You know, but I wasn't born to be. I'm not a born to be Zionist Jew, Jesuit, Freemason. So you understand you don't have to be. But you can understand how he was still murdered by the code for participating in this propaganda, America's Got Talent. So first off, his name is Neil E. Boyd. Neil E. Boyd sums to 8338. I'm not even kidding. The guy's name sums to 8338. 43, I was just saying how I was born today with a life lesson number 43. And now his name sums to 43. You understand how I understand this pattern, so I'm always talking about it. Murder, killing numbers. Neil E. Boyd, 8338. Murder, 8338. Killing, 38. I hope we're getting a good look at this. Killing 43 like Neil E. Boyd. You see how they use these same ciphers. Reversing and reducing. 43, 38, not reversing, reducing. And again, there's of all the America's Got Talent, if you want to do some studies, why not all the America's Got Talent contestants see how many of the names sum to 38, 83, and 43? It's probably only this dude. And he's the one that dies. He gets murdered by the numbers. On June 11th, execution 116-116. Date with life lesson number of 28, kill 2817, sacrifice 4655. See? That's why I kind of wanted to get into this before this video ran on long, because I think this, yeah, I want to start with the summit. It's an important thing. It's worldwide politics, and people need to know it's all fake news propaganda, but this type of example is just so easy to see. His name sums to murder and killing. He dies in a date with kill, sacrifice, and numerology. I'll type those in for anyone who would like to see. Kill 1728. Again, how his name, reversing, reducing, sums to 43 like killing. 38 like murder, killing. They're using these same two little reductions. Kill 2817. Then sacrifice 4655. That's the 19th letter. 1 plus 9 is 10. So you add them all together, keeping S10, 55. So you see how we get in 17 as well, because reverse alphabetical order 170 is dropped to 0 in numerology. So 17, 46, 55. And you see all those numbers inside the date numerology of when he was ritualistically sacrificed by the federal government. That is why I talk like this. I mean, if you're new here, like, oh, why does this guy keep blaming the federal government for sacrificing? Like, what else is it? Unless he's, completely fake actor, faked his death, or anything like that. But, I'm just going to go off what they're giving me. And if he really died, he was sacrificed by the government. And even then, it's still effectively a sacrifice. It doesn't matter if he existed or not. They're still putting this type of propaganda in your face, making you feel sad. So they're probably going to say he died of a heart attack. Heart attack equals 45, or 45 get 117. I didn't read further. I was kind of on the hope that we can see that together. And of course, he's, heart failure. See, heart failure, guys, it's the same type of propaganda. You can tell from the one, I'm not even kidding. I saw this 117 when I first clicked on this. I was like, oh, is this more heart attack propaganda? It's not a coincidence. Right under this, Trump advisor Kudlow has heart attack. Also on 11/6, execution 116. They're probably pissed they couldn't do it next month, June 11th. Because again, if you're at 117, 45, you get 117. Heart attack 45. K is the 11th letter, so you don't need to reduce that because it's the master number. Whoops. Hope this doesn't load. It's probably going to. But you saw it there. So, I think this video is really good so far. Just because I rate my video on the examples, the strength of the examples. And, I think they're all really strong because the federal government is that blatant coding the propaganda. So he dies at 42. That's the thing. We see the murder, killing, coding already in him. Now let's go to them branding the propaganda. He was on America's Got Talent in 2008. Killed 28. Well, guess we're not done yet. Killed 28. Mason 28. He dies on date with a life lesson number of 28. They're putting it first sentence right in the propaganda. I cannot stress it enough. In Wikipedia propaganda and CNN propaganda and all these media outlets, you get these very strong clues in the first paragraphs, the first sentences. You really don't need to read any of it. He died Sunday, Saturn Sun ritual at 42. Jesuit equals 42, doing things on Sunday all the time. Neil Boyd, just without the E, sums to 33, 39, 138. And who's putting on this propaganda? Who murdered this man by the code? Federal government. Federal 138. See, it's the same exact thing. They make sure to brand their propaganda as best as they can. Jesuit 78, Scottish Rite 78. It's the Scottish Rite, Jesuit, Catholic Church, federal government is what I'm talking about. It's exactly what I've been talking about this whole time. This old world order, Jewish Zionist nonsense. Boyd died at his mother's house in Sikeston, Missouri on Sunday night. Maybe we can get a birthday out of this. Maybe not this piece of propaganda, but something else. And then see how long he died from his birthday. Sikeston, Missouri. 73, like sacrifice. 73 like sacrifice. This just reminds me, I don't like to jump around, but one thing, we'll go back to the Trump thing. The thing I decoded in reverse ordinal is something 197, one of those headlines. 197 is 45th prime. Mr. Trump, Mr. 45. This is a turning actor. Heart attack 45. Updating the video with the 117, and they get the 45th prime and where he died. You see how this works? Sacrifice with the heart attack. Kill 17, 107, the 28th prime. See? Unbelievable. Let me just slow down for anyone new. You have to just see what type of propaganda this is. This is not just propaganda. Look what they do. They already give you these stories. Talent winner dead. He doesn't just die. He dies by the numbers. He gets either murdered, is supposed to be like planned. He's an actor. There's many theories as to what happened to him. Well, it's not a theory. Is how this is a planned event, planned decades in advance, then put in your face by the code. Put in your face by this numerical system. So they say America's Got Talent winner dead on a date with a life lesson number of 28. He was in America's Got Talent in 2008, dying on a date with 2817 numerology. They love 107. It's the 28th prime, so it represents 17 and 28, and that's where he dies. Again, sacrifice 73. 235. I mean, look at this. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. The Society of Jesus 235, now with when you reverse the alphabetical order, where he dies. And he dies at 42. I just said this is a Jesuit order ritual. Jesuit 42. You know, his name's Sumpsy 78 as well, like Jesuit. And then here he is dying by this code. You know, an opera singer. What does opera sum to? This is, and then you just go through these little details. Opera 28. Opera 2855. They murder the opera singer on a date with 28 life lesson number, 55 numerology. It's just incredible how this propaganda is coded. It is incredible how you can literally come here whenever you want. You can take as long as the breaks you want, as long as you understand the patterns, which, I mean, understand is an understatement. I mean, there's nothing you understand here. You see how they put 28 all up and down this piece of propaganda, murdering the guy in a date with life lesson number of 27, ending his life by this code. Opera singer is 73, like where he dies, sacrifice 73, 46, 62, 170. All sacrifice numbers, sacrificing the opera singer. Killer 31, 1270, 31st prime. Scottish Rite of Freemasonry 127, just brand the propaganda right here. Sacrifice numbers, opera singer. You see the riddle. It's always these riddles inside the propaganda. And then again, he dies in the date numerology that matches that too. That's the thing. He dies in a date numerology that matches this pattern that we've been seeing coded inside this propaganda. Of course, when season 3, the Holy Trinity 3, the Catholic Church loving the number 3, the Freemasons loving the number. The Catholic Church is the Freemasons. You know what I mean? They love the number 3. So all these are coded, but I don't want to code every last thing because I think we've seen enough. 15 hours ago, I wrote 15, you get 38. Death, killing, murder, 38. But, how long are we in this video now? 18 minutes. But I just think, this is a very rich video right now. Am I the crazy one that thinks these are just all, I don't even know the word to use. Blatant, mind-blowing. It's also just 10-17. Yes, 117. They're going for that as well. But then it's always in the minutes. They're updating it at 10-17. Kill 17. Sacrifice 170. Dying day with 17 numerology. And of course, America's Got Talent. I think I already showed you this in case I didn't, because I know I got rid of it to type something else. It sums to 105, like Masonry. 75, like New World Order. 66, Route 33, you get 66. Revelation, the 66th book of the Bible. More of these, this is not an accident, the 183, 276. Just because I don't say something about it, because I don't have the right thing to say at the right time, does not mean it's irrelevant whatsoever. This means that, I'm not a Zionist Jew, I'm not a Jesuit. Not much I can really see. Not much I can really see. But 261 is a reshuffling of 126, the 162nd day of the year. So 162, 126, 261, that's their way of representing the 216 for the Kia David, and plenty more. They love the number 216 a whole lot. So, I mean, guys, this gang, 666, prophecy equals 66, multiplying together, all these things, this is what they're into. So please check out Amaterasu Solar's channel. She has a very good playlist. Her videos are, the longest one she has is 15 minutes. The rest are between 2 and 8. And it really is a nice solution to the psychopaths in control. That's the perfect title. How she explains it is perfect. She explains what's going on in a very concise way with closed captioning as well. Handmade closed captioning, not like a YouTube one. And it's very good. She's all about providing a solution, and I'm all for that. You know, some examples of the solution, and I really agree, we do need a free energy device, something to continuously provide energy, not the way we have it now where these tyrants are profiting off it, these psychopaths. Guys, they are exactly psychopaths. That's 100% what they are, the federal government. And we need to use that, you know, have robots to do these manual jobs that they're having us do now that are wasting our time. Because what we want to do, we want to be out doing things we want to do, not doing things that we need to do to get money to afford to do things, to keep doing them. It's all control from the federal government. And I'm telling you right now, you gotta check out her channel, check out her playlist. I'll definitely be talking more about her work as the time goes on. So I'll link that in the description below. Probably gonna wrap this video up soon. But, you know, because me, I go through, I just show you how these are all coded examples. Or, you know, I ramble on about how these are all actors or they're all agents being sacrificed. But, you know, the solution part, you know, a lot of it requires a lot of thought, which is good. I mean, I'm not saying I don't like to think, but, you know, like it's a serious topic, and I really like how Amaterasu really covers it. So definitely, like, I'm sure her channel will be a lot of people's line. Like, you just want short, quick videos that get to the point and tell you about what's going on. And she doesn't use any numbers or numerology. I say you don't need gematria numerology to see what's going on. She doesn't use any of that. She understands that this is what's going on, but she doesn't need to, you know, talk about it in her videos, because her frame of reference is the solution and what's going on and how we can solve it. And Anthony Bourdain, he was ritualistically sacrificed on 6/8. That's 8/6 in most parts of the world. 8th of June, blood sacrifice equals 86. I'm going to do a video on him at some point, like very soon. But it's clear what went on. You know, Anthony Bourdain is an actor for the federal government, for CNN. He literally was in all their propaganda, and then they murdered him by the numbers, or he faked his death by the numbers. I mean, it's the same story, different actors. Mexico's biggest star nearly quit soccer in 2008. Alright, I feel like I'm writing this video on, but there was one, Obama. I hope I didn't miss it. And analysis, the Obama primary is underway. I didn't see any of the numbers in this, but I just want to see the pattern, because it's Obama propaganda. Updated at 7:30. I will have to say, I say this a lot, they put the number 73, 71 on black people propaganda, African American 71. 73 is the 21st prime. Black man equals 21. I mean, that's what I'm saying. That's probably honestly why. It's part of that black man pattern that they like to put in their face inside the propaganda. Black man, 51, 57, 21, 159. They've used 159 Obama a lot, but 21. 73 is the 21st prime. And then what do? For the black man's propaganda, they have updated at 7:30, 73. And, more black men here, too. I mean, there's more to this propaganda than I'm seeing right now. I mean, I'm seeing a lot of race-based, divisive nonsense, but, it's always more every single time. Look at this 122, the code. That's what I'm saying. It is so clear. It is so clear how they code this propaganda. It's just beyond me. Like, how can someone say it's not Biden's propaganda? Already 10 potential 2020 years. You can just see how they're putting 122 right here. 102020. This is artwork from the Freemasons. 122 is a number for Freemason. Freemason and Francis Bacon. You take into account the capital letters. Add 26 to each capital letter, so F is 6 plus 26, which is 32. Add them all together, it's 122. And Freemason, again, a proper noun all the time. Just like how Saturn substitute 119, Donald 119 in Jewish gematria. 119, very special number. 9/11, false flag, Fraternal Order of Police, 119. Reflection of 911, the 156 prime, for 33, 156. Speak of the devil, talking about the police, Fraternal Order of Police, the Freemasons, just driving by right now. Probably participating in some propaganda, for all I know. I mean, guys, this is the state of Ohio. I mean, every second of the day, the police are crafting or putting on some sort of propaganda, doing some sort of stunt that the Freemasons are telling them what to do. I mean, they are the Freemasons. The psychopaths please check that video out, the playlist. I guarantee you're going to love it and learn a lot from it. They just drove by. The psychopaths just drove by, speeding with the siren, making all the noise in the middle of the morning. So I wish there was a video here. The Obama primary. I don't know what this is. The Obama primary. There is no debate within the Democratic Party about who its most popular politician is. It's Barack Obama by a lot. Because he's an actor. He's a deceiver, playing the role of the first black president. The black man, so popular, always with this bullshit smile on his face. Guys, this man is a psychopath. He's a sociopath. Only a psychopath can smile like this all day long, loving it, deceiving the world day in, day out. Saying his hair turned gray because of stress. No, his hair turned gray because the Zionist Jews made it gray. They could have given him some pill or something, speed up the graying to fit the narrative because he's an actor. That's exactly what happened. What stress? There's no stress in being an actor for the Zionist Jews. He doesn't give a shit about being murdered by the code because he knows it's going to happen. It's probably going to be a fake death. Probably in an assassination. Kill 44. He's the 44th president. Obama can still be assassinated way down the line. I mean, it's because he's out of office. Trump's gamble. He's a term again, gamble. Oh my God, this propaganda is just too much. Dennis Rodman has to come back. You understand, like, how that's what I'm saying. There's a summit, right? How do they be able to readily get a hold of Dennis Rodman, get a whole story about him, a whole article, I know so many people wonder this too, probably since a young age. I have always wondered. I always wonder how this news is so on point. How can they always contact these celebrities? Yeah, they're celebrities, they're in Hollywood, I get that. But that doesn't mean that they should always be readily available at every single second of the day and happy and willing to quote and answer questions in the news. Why can't Mark Zuckerberg just be like, hey, I'm not showing up to court. I don't want to, I don't care, I'm rich. Or something like that. No, it's always right on point. These actors participating in propaganda. Look at this red right here, this blue right here. Red and blue pillars of Freemasonry, this white stripe right here. Guys, it's so clear. I'm not delusional. It's so clear what they're doing. There's no point for this shit to be oriented like this. Red and blue pillars of Freemasonry all been down this propaganda. It's how it is. It's just how it is. You know, even I guarantee this was June 11th. Yeah, June 11th propaganda. Uber, Bozeman, St. John departs company after. So they're talking about departing a company. All this again on date with 5546 numerology. Sacrifice numbers. Kill numbers 2817. So this W. Kamau Bell, Finding Truth About His Family, I have no clue what it is, but it's all fake news propaganda by the numbers. And look, Revelation, the 66th book of the Bible, this Revelation coming out June 6th. I want to click on this banner and see if we can get some the latest propaganda, but it's probably I'll see it and go. Maybe we can get the free sample. You know, don't have your hopes up. I mean, it might not even load. You understand how we're watching videos, you know, we're perusing through carousels of other videos and propaganda. Then they conveniently say, hey, click here now and watch this propaganda over here. This is a propaganda software application. I cannot stress it enough. I cannot stress it enough. 48. Race war equals 48. 10-minute, 48-second video. Race war numbers. Ronnie King beaten at 3/3, March 3rd, race war 33. But let's see that scene and go loaded. So let's see if we can get a glimpse of some of their live propaganda. 535, Thelema 35. How convenient we tune in now.
Work out the details, and other voices in the administration who prefer a harder line like John Bolton. This could be a defining moment, I think, if the president suddenly sees himself being criticized for being too weak. He is very responsive to what outsiders and people he respects think of him. This I think, makes Mike Pompeo's job perhaps even harder today.
He's got his work cut out for him. Christian, I do want to ask you, because the president says that he has received concessions from North Korea over time. He got U.S. hostages back from North Korea. North Korea hasn't tested missiles in some months. There's been no nuclear test in some months. Those two things and the return of the hostages, that's all undeniably good. That creates an environment that is, substantially better than what it was when they were insulting each other. So to an extent, was it worth it? The president actually had a great line. If I can read it here, he says, I'll do whatever I have to do to make the world a safer place. Was it worth sitting on the stage with Kim? The president said, I'll do whatever I have to do to make the world a safer place.
Look, it is much, much better to talk than to war, for sure. But everybody has been asking what happens if this summit falls short? What is the default action? What do you do next? Can you keep the sanctions pressure up? Are you forced to go back to some kind of military rhetoric or whatever? Have you actually given him what you said you were going to do? Some kind of declaration that we would seek to end the war? All of those things that you mentioned, giving up the hostages or giving them back, the freeze on the nuclear tests, and indeed the intercontinental ballistic missiles test, and destroying in front of the press at least what we could see, the visible exterior of the nuclear test site that Will Ripley and others went and showed to the world. That was in order to get this meeting. That was in order to get this meeting, and it was good, and it's great, but what happens next? What happens next? And I think that, go back to a previous Republican president, Ronald Reagan, who freaked out the arms control world for so long, the anti-nuclear world for so long, but he, engaged with a mighty enemy, the Soviet Union at that time, and he was, we could talk about what happened at Reykjavik when the summit kind of collapsed over a lack of knowledge of the brief, but he always said, trust but verify. Trust but verify. The verify is missing from today's meeting. As far as we know, there is no verify. And I think that's a really important thing to take forward. And it's even less than we expected on the eve of this summit, where already expectations had been lowered from the week before, the 2 weeks before, the months before.
Unbelievable.
Christian, Ambassador Yun Jeff, stand by. The president on his way now to Air Force One, on his way back to the United States. How will he interpret how this meeting is being analyzed? A key question. In the meantime, let's go back to Christine Romans and Dave Briggs in New York. Guys,
Thanks, John. What a remarkable
red and blue pills of Freemason right here. Freemasons branding their propaganda. See red here, blue in the back. Guys,
President Trump holding that whirlwind news conference.
Whirlwind news conference. It's a bunch of bullshit propaganda from the federal government. Do you hear what that lady was even talking about? It made no sense. That's the way the nuclear facility is, the structure of the nuclear thing. This whole thing's about that, and you repeat yourself a lot, and how they say these things, and whirlwind, all these ridiculous adjectives. Just go back and listen. And, sorry if I laughed over some of what she was saying. It's kind of hard to help myself through the propaganda. I mean, look, I'll do whatever I have to make the world a safer place. Some do 510, Conspiracy 51, Federal 51, Moon 51, 213, the key of David 213 and Francis Bacon, Death 213. They didn't give us anything. Well, it's not a prime number. Maybe its reflection could be something. You can look into that. But I just noticed that. This is the S exception. 222, as above, so below, order out of chaos. And just look at this 510. You can clearly see they're going for 51. I mean, right here, they made this as perfect as possible. That means all the propaganda on the TV is all coded just like it's on. I mean, it goes without saying, but anyone new here, I don't expect you to know every last thing I show. Trust but verify, 73, the 21st prime, Saturn 21, 64, 226, you're up 226, 226, you get 93. Philema 64, I don't even remember, 93. Playing this, Ronald Reagan dying at 93, and the actor is one who said that. That is what, it's just, they always go back to history. They like to quote history, give you more examples of the propaganda that happened back in the day, and how Ronald Reagan had to deal with the North Korea. It's what I'm saying. Ronald Reagan was part of the whole North Korea, back and forth, because they had to mention it. He was the 33rd governor of California. And what do they say? Was an American politician and actor, because that's exactly what he was. An actor for the federal government. Very well could still be alive, faked his death this whole time. It's, a very slight possibility. I don't know. Guess he could have died at 80-something. They just said he died at 93. We don't know his real age. We don't know these people. They're a bunch of psychopaths in power. Well, his employers are the ones in power, and him and his employers are all psychopaths. So, before I refresh this, I'm just, you can take my word for it, you don't have to, but before I refresh this, before I made this video, this was in the GMT time. I think it was 7:55. I know the minutes were 55. That's the main thing. 55, and then I refreshed it because I went back to American CNN for 46. So we get 55, then we get 46. And, after seeing the date numerology, I wish I was able to get that in the GMT time. Because it would have been a really nice document. But, we did the 55, 46 in the update time, the 55, 46 in the details and the propaganda, and here and stuff, and then the 55, 46 in the date numerology. It's the same piece we were looking at earlier at the way beginning. So it was a very good video. We even got to see some live propaganda. Authentic federal government propaganda just rolling around your face at all hours of the day. We're just watching it. And we then get what they're saying live and put in the Gematrinator, and we see how they're just literally putting these numbers right there. Circle 112, 50, Sykeston 11250. We're going back to that dude who died of America's Got Talent. I'm really about to close this video. I gotta go back to bed. I woke up, come back to sleep. I really wanted to make a video. I recently got back from a trip, and I wanted to make a video as soon as I could, and this is, I guess, as soon as I could. CNN anchor demonstrates Trump paper habit. Why is this front page news? Because this is not news. This is entertainment. It is a bunch of propaganda from the federal government. I can't stress it enough. What's for dinner? How about some algae? You know, honestly, if news was only like mainly like this, you know, if this is not some stupid, because this is a coded piece of propaganda, it is foreshadowing something, mocking something. You know, but it wasn't like that. It was all like really interesting scientific things that they're actually doing, things are actually happening, trying to educate and inform the people. You know, if this was the dumbest thing they would ever have, this thing at CNN Money, I would like this propaganda. But it will never be like that. It's always, you know, divisive, bullshit, nonsense. Let's see how long this video is, because it's about Trump. See? Trump 25, 2-minute, 15-second video. They're literally trying to code 25 right here. One is just a line, 2-5. Like, they do this all the time. This is further evidence of that pattern. Because sometimes it's hard to tell, you know, you don't want to be too ambiguous. It's very clear what they're doing. It's very clear what they're doing. They're doing it even here. They're doing it even here. Wow. This is such a nice example. Korea 5023. This is what they're doing. Look at this art inside this propaganda. This is, remember, I'll do whatever I have to do to make the world a safer place. That's what Donald Trump said, this turning actor about North Korea, because it's about the summit. That's the whole thing, the whole point of that. And we saw how they said it. We typed it out. 5023. You see this? One is being the dividing line. Those are numbers for Korea, 5023. For Donald, 5023. Donald talking about, this is not a coincidence at all. It is extremely clear what this pattern is. Absolutely as clear as possible. Unbelievable. This is and we got that from them talking on live CNN propaganda. So not only, that's what I'm saying, they do this art. I mean, they're probably going to put that same exact quote inside CNN's propaganda, like their website later on. But you can see, I'm blown away. Like, I've seen this pattern, but now this is just concrete as hell what they're doing. And we were just looking at it just now. It's at another piece. A lot of propaganda. Gotta close it. 135. That was the Kudlow heart attack. Notice that's updated at 135. The key David 135. You know, 51 again. The special bond. Oh yeah, the video length. Menzel Trump 25 215 25. Remember for Trump. So you know that they're doing this. Trump 29, and then they initialize it at 1129. That's why clicking this video is like, we're gonna have to see the numbers for Trump again. 229 is the 50th. This is perfect. There's so many here. 229 is the 50th prime number. The 50th prime number. Donald 50, Korea 50, North Korea, or Korea 50, as we just saw. Donald Korea. The 229 is the 50th prime. And then, what else do they have? Initialized at the 29th minute of the hour, 2-minute, 15-second video. I just hope we're all up to speed here. 229, 25, this is the 50th prime. Trump's paper habit. Why paper? You know, you can start with always start with like the main subject. Why is paper? See, paper 29, 25. Habit. It's just so clear to see. Like, yes, it's easy to teach. It's really that. It's not that, I mean, you don't have to be good at this. I'm trying to stress that. I'm showing you how anyone can do this. A monkey, a chimpanzee can do this. Because you just got to think about it. Like, yeah, it's a habit. It's all, guys, all these words are significant. But you can start with the most, like It could be any habit. You can ask that. Well, a habit like it could be like a smoking habit. It could be a participating in propaganda habit. No, it's like it's a paper habit because she could have been ripping up something else, a piece of plastic or something else. But no, it's paper. So why is paper? Why do they have a video clip of this actor, Brooke Baldwin, ripping a piece of paper about Trump right here? You literally could have just said, why paper? That's all you have to have asked. You probably already asking that. Some of you watching it probably already got to that point. Why paper? You probably typed in paper, and you're probably thinking, wow, 25, 29, like Trump, 2-minute, 15-second video, initialized at 2229. It is unbelievably obvious. And they're flipping them around. I just can't understand. Like, no one can ever say this is not Biden's propaganda. I literally go away, I do this all the time. I go away, come back, and just continue to make videos like nothing happened. Jet fires 3,300 rounds a minute. That's what I'm saying. 33. The Freemasons are putting this number inside their propaganda. All the time. This is Freemasonic propaganda. I said by the end of this video, you can see it's all fake news, Freemasonic propaganda by the numbers. And by the end of every one of my videos, you always can see it. And the cheat code is just at the way beginning of my video. Just look at what this is. Look at the front page. First it's CNN. If it's Snopes, Fox News, it's all the same. You see these, stage photos. This is a Masonic handshake. It really looks a lot close to one. About how their hands are oriented. Are they really doing a Masonic handshake here? I usually give them the benefit of the doubt, but I can't this time. I really think they're doing some Masonic handshake. I'm not even laughing at this point because, I'm just like, at this point, it's been so blatant to the point where it sucks because it's like, I kind of hope I'm wrong because I hate it when it's this blatant. Like, I'm sitting here all day long saying it's the Freemasons playing third in the propaganda, this, that, and then they're doing some Masonic handshake. Slightly, I don't know. Let me not get into the meat of that. But they're definitely going for that vibe. 100%. 100%. Throwing out his Make America Great Again hats. Remember the other people wearing the Make America Great Again hats with the Thelema hoodies? And now he's wearing the hat. This is a Thelemic actor. As I was just saying, I hope they're not being this blatant. Trump's New World Order, with all the flags, all the Masonic nations. What? Are you all looking at this shit? This is a bunch of bullshit from the federal government. I cannot understand how people are enjoying reading this, thinking it's so awesome, CNN News. What? Trump's New World Order. They always do this. John McCain coming out saying, about the New World Order? Notice how these Japanese actors with the red bands in their head, the blue here, these are probably Japanese Freemasons. At least a couple of them are participating in Masonic propaganda. Because this is all Japanese propaganda as well. It's all propaganda from the Japanese government. Because the Japanese government is the One World Order, Zionist Jew, New World Order. That's what I say. That's why I say all the time. It's the Australian flag, Canadian flag. In my last video, I made a mistake. And when we really found out that Trudeau came out talking about the U.S. 22 weeks and 3 days from his birthday, 223 is the 48th prime. Justin Trudeau equals 48. Donald Trump equals 48. Wish I pointed it out in that video, but I hope you heard it now, and I'll point it out again in the future. See all these red, white, and blue flags? See Australia? That's what I'm saying. This is Australian propaganda. It's Canadian propaganda. That's why I say that. You clearly see how the New World Order, cited Jesus 56 reflection. I know they're going for more of that 65. And you see this triangle. You see all these occult symbols. Those pentagrams. Pentagrams in the circle. Crosses. Angela Merkel, Shinzo Abe. You see this? And then So, and then they even talk about, oh my goodness, I just don't get this. This mocking is just too much. They talk about the New World Order, and then they have all of their actors sitting right here. They have this attorney actor, Saturn, sitting around here, you know, and then everyone's standing around. Angela Merkel. You see, they have the Chancellor of Germany. She's very important, especially because the euros and all the currencies over in Europe. She has a lot of edge on that, and in the propaganda, because she's an actor, doesn't do anything. Donald Trump, America, Germany, these are powerful nations. Japan, they have make sure that they're here. Why does it matter? That's what I'm saying. If it's all real organic, why does the Japanese president Shinzo Abe Lincoln, he's sworn to Lincoln Bible, Donald Trump, Shinzo Abe, A-B-E, Abe, that's also the riddle for him. He's a Japanese actor participating in Japanese propaganda. She's a German actor participating in German propaganda. Angela Merkel, this theatrical performer, this is literally a theatrical stage performance right here. That's what I mean. This is fake news propaganda. That's why I ramble and talk a lot. It's just a personality thing. But also, what's there not to talk about? Unbelievable. Donald Trump's crossing his arms, looking it right in the eye. All in New World Order propaganda. I mean, the G7 meeting, G7, 77, G, Freemasons, G. This huge, long piece of propaganda. About what? It's about nothing. About nothing. That's what I'm saying. It's about a bunch of bullshit. Sun 18, it's attorney actor in a minute 8 video. Netanyahu, if you don't know who he is a Zionist Jew, an actor participating in federal government propaganda. That's what I'm saying. Every time we see him, he's always... Why does the United States of America and Jerusalem have the same exact logo? That's what I'm saying. They're both actors. They're both Zionist Jews acting for the federal government. Donald Trump and Netanyahu. That's all he is. Look how happy he is. Guys, the Balfour Declaration, Israel being founded out of that, he's proud of all of that. He's the actor for that agenda. He loves participating in, oh my goodness, is he in a 64? He is in a 64-second video? What? Israel 64. Israel 64, the president in a 64-second video. Are you seeing this? The Lima 64. Wow, look at this bitch. Sun 54. So I initialize it. 504. Saturn Sun. This is one of the biggest pieces of evidence right here. Netanyahu in a 64-second video. I cannot get over that. Easily one of my favorite examples of this whole video. And we've seen a lot. Netanyahu in a 64-second video. Are you all seeing this? Why is it... honestly though, Donald Trump very well. If he was in a 64-second video... Would I have something to say about that? Absolutely. The Lima 64. I'm surprised he's not in the 64-second video of, honestly, this Thelemic actor, Donald Trump. But still, 18, pairing the 18 with the 64-second video down below. Initialized at 504, Sun 1854, Thelema 64, Saturn 93, Thelema honorary numbers 93. It's that whole riddle. This video's close to an hour long, but, guess that's what happens when I don't make videos for a while. There's plenty more structured content I want to make, but this is literally videos because, I gotta put content out. I don't like going too long without making a video. Glad I made this one. I hope y'all enjoy it. Wow, this is crazy. Again, red and blue, pillars of Freemasonry he's wearing. Guest at a luxury hotel says, guys, this is a fake news propaganda event put on by the federal government. This sea turtle right here, this is a little actor for the federal government. I'm not even kidding. This little sea turtle, if it's What's this? It's actual real thing. That's some little CGI thing put in her face. It's just a little actor for the federal government. This is, Maldives resort. Guys, this is all propaganda. And some people say, well, this could happen. Why, a girl can't, little person can't help a sea turtle. It's like, that's not the point. The point is everything in the news, all this shit is a bunch of bullshit. Federal government propaganda. Foreshadowing something, reflection of 144 in the video. Time 144, bro, 44, 144. Found entanglement in a ghost net, this little sea turtle right here. And then this is what's going to happen. They're putting this story in her face. Guess what? When she dies, they're going to put that story in her face. She's going to die by the numbers. All these animal murders, these animal deaths in the news are all ritual sacrifices from the federal government. They also sacrifice animals. It's like a bunch of shamans. Because they're a bunch of shamans. Guys, these psychopaths are a bunch of shamans putting on propaganda. And I'm not insulting shamans, nothing wrong or against shamans. I'm just telling you that the people in the government, who run your government, they're a bunch of called shamans. That's what they are. Eevee, like the Pokemon, they're naming her after the Pokemon. Literally, that's the name of the Pokemon. And they're naming her after that. I mean, I think there's something more to this with Pokemon. I'm not even kidding. I don't think this is a coincidence at all. I really don't. But what's not for debate is that this turtle's an actor, and it's going to be ritualistically murdered by the government very soon. That sea turtle, Eevee, and Obama and Trump, absolutely no different. This meteorologist wearing the pills of Freemasonry, they Sonic 29, in a 109 video, 129th Prime, solving a Rubik's Cube in air, all scripted theater from the federal government. Justin Trudeau right here, his eyebrows. I'm so sick of this actor. Like, you see the type of role he's playing. Why is Justin Trudeau all this TMZ type of, propaganda? His eyebrows, social media debate. His picture with the shirtless stuff. All this because he's, he's supposed to be the young, attractive president or something, and everyone goes wild. Why he's playing this role to deceive people and control their mind's eye, and I'm so sick of this psychopath participating in bullshit propaganda. But as we always do, we got to see when from his birthday. This was 6/11. So when from Christmas is June 11th. That's his actor's birthday. Look at this shit. Fake eyebrows. Because he probably did. He's an actor. What? Who cares if he wore fake eyebrows? Why is that an issue? He's wearing makeup too, guys. He wears makeup. He wears fake eyebrows. Probably wears a wig.
Summit backdrop.
It's all staged.
In the foreground should have raised eyebrows.
Guys, that's all staged. They're doing this on purpose. I'm not being delusional. They're clearly doing this shit on purpose.
Something in the foreground should have raised eyebrows. Specifically, the Canadian Prime Minister's eyebrows.
Consistently stood up for Canadian interests.
Is that a falling fake eyebrow?
Yeah, he's
an eyebrow malfunction? Cracked one critic. I could use Trudeau's removable eyebrows as bait next time I go fishing. Joked another. Maple syrup is not an adequate eyebrow adhesive. Mr. Trudeau was compared to Mr. Potato Head with Mr. Potato Brows. Talk about being browbeaten. Someone replaced the Prime Minister's brows with Donald Trump's
Masonic 115.
Where we disagree.
Soon debunkers were fact-checking and analyzing the Prime Minister's eyebrow architecture with its extra bushy bottom. Dude, he just has a weird eyebrow, tweeted one defender. They blamed the lighting for casting shadows and pointed to more head-on angles that look normal. We turned to experts in brows, makeup artists who seemed puzzled by the video.
They look fake. Shadow. Something weird's going on. I don't know.
After we showed them the natural configuration of his brows.
Now what do you think?
That's his eyebrows in that video.
His eyebrows. His eyebrows.
In all their years of applying makeup and false eyelashes, the makeup artists we talked to have never heard of anyone putting false eyebrows on a newsmaker. Canadians are known for their
polite and cordial context.
Except when it comes to lowbrow jokes like Justin Trudeau's eyebrow makes a dash for freedom. Ginny Mo.
Where's it going?
New York.
I mean, it better just blow itself up, you know, die in the snow if it's going for freedom, because it's not. Where's it going? If it's heading south to the United States, you know, it's going to get even worse. I can't imagine what freedom is going to.
I've heard her talk about it many times.
You know.
He told us, go looking for John.
So you saw how this is a bunch of bullshit. I mean, Justin Trudeau is just an actor. You know, fake eyebrow or not, he's putting on propaganda. Eyebrow 39, they had something updated at 239. Eyebrow 33. You know, circle 11240. I'm just trying to see where else they're going for this, and we just got to do from June 11th to Christmas. Because that's when they're. I'm sure the event happened before. You can do that too, but they're publishing their propaganda June 11th. And we can get some information from that. Then we're going to close this video for sure. December 31st, or 25th, I mean. See from his upcoming birthday. 197 days. 197, the 45th prime. Justin Trudeau being paralleled with Mr. 45 all the time. Justin Trudeau also Mr. 45 in Canada. He's their version. Just because Donald Trump, their name sums to 48. He's the 23rd president, or prime minister. Guys, he's the 23rd actor for Canada. Let's put it like that. You know, this theatrical stage performer. Born December 25th, 1971. Justin Trudeau, 48, 183. Donald Trump, 138, 48. Reshuffling of 183. So they're doing that right there. Justin Trudeau, 87. There was an 87 in that video too, which I pointed it out. I think in one of the video links. But his name's supposed to 87. You can rewind it and see. But you know, if you have any questions, I'll definitely answer them. Let's see from his last birthday. "24 weeks exactly, reflection of 42, Freemason 42. That's a span of 24 weeks, 1 day, 241. The 53rd prime. You know, just trying to see more here. 5 months, 18 days, waypoint 58, Freemason 58. Always put notes of Freemasonry, every last thing he does. I'm not even kidding. Every last thing he does for his birthday, you get numbers for Freemason, Freemasonry, Masonic. It's happened every time, and it will happen every time. So I wish it's not, or sorry, there's not more for me to show you here. I wish there was more. But I think it's pretty much easy to say it's time to close this video. Hope you enjoy. Hope there's enough content. Because I'm going to be putting out a little bit more videos now. But, you know, this is a very busy month for me. So I hope this hour video kind of serves as like a makeup for the videos I didn't put out. Masonic 105, or Masonry 105, you know, 105 million picture. But I guess, you know, at the end of the day, the whole point is me showing you all the numbers for Masonry, how this is all coded propaganda. We had a lot of good examples. Always try to have those at the early part of the video, although towards the end, there's a lot of good ones too. So if it takes you, you know, Thelema 125, North Korea 125, right here, Spiritual 125, Thelema 28, Reflection 82, 125, just pairing it right here. Thelemic numbers. I mean, that's the thing. Every time we go, 28, 125, and one of those, Ivanka Trump had the 82 to reflection. Ivanka, well, her mom, Melania, was trying to get at 28. It means that whole thing. They're just putting these same patterns in her face, and I'm just trying to point them out. So the German cars, Trump doesn't want, this is going to affect their stock and all these things. And you understand how then this propaganda, they're all participating in it. Freemasonry, 67, blood sacrifice equals 67. And the thing about the German cars, Trump doesn't want blood sacrifice for the company effectively. Always just super easy to see this propaganda. Unbelievably easy. Very simple. And just quickly see the video length. Then we'll close out this video.
Start with what you say.
554. Sun 54 is probably, that's a 354 second video, but more of this too. I never claim to have all the answers right away. I never will do that just to, make it look like I know something. But I'll just point out the obvious, the Kia David 135, German automaker sold 1.35 million vehicles. The Kia David 213 and Francis Bacon. I mean, there are plenty of numbers of the Kia David right here in this paragraph of propaganda. This is Kia David 135, and then take into account the capital letters 213. And you just saw how they put them in the propaganda. See? Thelema 35, Catholic 35. This is the Catholic Church. BMW is the Catholic Church. Mazda is the Catholic Church. Toyota is the Catholic Church. Ford is the Catholic Church. Nissan is the Catholic Church. Honda is the Catholic Church. Peace out.